What if I told you that the classical musicians like Beethoven and Mozart still have all the influence in today's pop music? Maybe you know this piece. Now, it's a very famous sonata by Mozart, and the principles from this piece still apply in today's pop music. And helping you to understand these will also make it easier to play chord progressions from your favorite musicians. Now, what is happening in this piece of music? So, we're in the key of C major, and then our next chord is going to be G dominant 7. And we go back to C. So it's basically C, G7, and then C. Now where do we go next? We go to F major. So we have this in the melody. Then back to C major. And then back to C again. So it's C, G, C, F, C, G, C. Now these chord progressions are also being found in today's pop music, going from the G to C or from F to C is something that you can hear in most pop songs out there. Now let's look at these two so-called cadences. Now this first one is the 5, so the 5th chord in the scale of C major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And C is of course the 1. So this is called a 5-1 progression. And for the F, it's going to be the 4 chord. You may know it from Let It Be by the Beatles. This is the 4 chord, and so this is the 4-1 progression. It's also called the plagal cadence because it doesn't have quite the same sense of resolution that you get from G to C. Now let's take a look at two chord progressions that you can learn which apply these principles. So let's stay in the same key of C major and we play a very famous 1, 5, 6, 4, also called the 4 chord song. And you may notice here in the end, we are on the F. And so if we repeat and go back to the C, we have our plagal cadence here. Now, what if we take another chord progression? For example, we also start on the 1, then go 6, 4, 5, 1. Now we have our perfect cadence, the G to C. So let's learn these two chord progressions so you can apply them in your playing today. Now the first one starts out with C major. And for C major we use our second inversion here, which means G, C and E are the notes we play in the right hand. You see in second inversion you have the two notes at the top which are together. Next chord is going to be G major. We just go to our fingers 2 and 4 here. For A minor, our next chord, we go up one wide key with all of our fingers, like this. And for F major, we go up with our pinky in first inversion and back to C major. Now remember, this is our 1, 5, 6, 4, and so 4, 1, we repeat, we have our plagal cadence here, 4, 1. Now let's take a look at the second progression. We also start with C in second inversion here. For our next chord, we go up with the thumb in the right hand to A minor. Then you already know the next connection between the chords. We go up with the pinky to F, F major in first inversion, and then we have G major and back to C. And what you can do here for the G, the dominant in C major, you can either add this sus4, or you can also add the F, which is the 7th, which gives it a bit more tension, and so you can resolve it again like this. So the progression sounds like this. And again, our first progression was this one. I hope you learned something in today's lesson, and if you really want to figure out the best way to start learning piano as a beginner, then check out the first link in the video description, where you can find my beginner course that covers everything you need from just starting out at the piano to playing your first full songs. And I'll see you in the next lesson.